Alright, mateys. Hey, life at the marina during the coronavirus. Well, I'm here at North Point Marina in Rock Hall, and we don't have a boat yard. It's a nice, friendly family marina. There are a few liveaboards here, so the water's on, the bathrooms are being kept clean. And then, of course, those of us who live on board at this time, you know, we're helping keep things clean. We keep our distance. There's no social gatherings. You know, the marina office, if you need something, you call. You know, it's kind of spooky down here at for this time of year. I mean, there aren't very many people down there. A few people who come down to work on their boats on occasion, or at least there were last week. And of course, then there's the ducks. All right, there's a duck. But I've been looking on the internet, and it's kind of confusing with who's open, who's not, what the rules are, because you see marinas in the Maryland area here where some are open as usual, some are totally closed, some boat yards are open, some boat yards aren't. Some are only open for the fuel dock, and then you know, some of them are taking transients, some of them are not. Some of them say business as usual. So if you're thinking of coming to your boat, which depending on where you're coming from and that, you probably really want to stay at home. But I would check with the marina to see what's going on. Now I'm pretty sure that here. They're kind of discouraging people. By here, I mean the eastern shore of Maryland, and the marinas that are open are kind of discouraging people from coming down at least for another week if they can. I mean, like here at North Point, Cap is here, marina manager. He walks around, he checks on boats. If there's any problems, they'll let you know. So it's a little confusing as to what's really going on with everybody. But here in Rock Hall itself, it's kind of spooky too, as I'm sure it is in where you're living too. The restaurants are closed except for carryout. So we got Pasta Plus and Anchor and Plow, or Plow and Anchor, I forget which way it goes. They're open. Of course, they have pizzas to go and other things, so that's nice. But the other restaurants are closed. But now some of the other businesses are open. For example, Bayside Foods, and I was just there the other day. They seem pretty well stocked. I mean, I didn't see any big empty spaces anywhere. So, you know, depending on where you are, all the basics and then some were covered on that. So that's nice that they're keeping up with everything. I'm doing some projects on the boat. Ace Hardware is still open. Hardware stores are allowed to be open, so I'm making a couple of trips there. Now they're unlimited hours, but they're well supplied with things, and the couple of times that I've been there, there have been a few people there, but everybody's kind of keeping their distance, and it seems safe to me. The Rock Hall Beach is closed until further notice. I'm sure all the museums in the area are closed. Any kind of gathering things are closed. And it looked like we were going to have a beginning of a great boating season, an early spring. And now, I don't know when the boating season is going to get started, but I know it'll get started and we'll have fun. Just the fact that some marinas are still open and taking transients, I was really surprised about. The other thing that's kind of spooky, I haven't seen maybe one waterman go out. The problem is, I saw a report the other day, with all the restaurants closed, there's no buyers for their products. I mean, you know, for the oysters and the clams, and pretty soon crab season is going to be here. So it's hard to tell what the crab season is going to be like this year. It depends on when everybody can get out crabbing and start. I heard a couple of the local guys saying, there's no point in going out and setting all the traps and putting all that money into fuel and everything if what they catch they can't sell. I mean, that only makes sense. But I'm kind of, just usual, kicking back, relaxing, doing a few projects, doing a little varnish work on the boat. I did knock over my little can of stain though, and I gotta really do some cleanup on the deck of the boat there. It's the first time I've done that in I don't know how long, maybe forever, but what a mess. Just a little bit and it just went everywhere. Anyway, so I got to get that cleaned up. I'm doing the varnish work, doing a little bit of knitting, watching some movies on TV. That's the other thing here at North Point. The internet is really good. We're streaming videos, so you can't beat that. I hope we can all get out on the water pretty soon, get to our boats, get things fixed up, get things rolling again, and I'm sure we'll get through it. And let's just hope that it's sooner than later. Well, until next time, guys, stay safe, not just on boating, but crowd spacing, and just stay safe. And happy and safe boating to you, your family, and friends. Cheers.